This is a very easy forensics question. We have over here part of forensics score. It's 500 points. So what we expect is to have a very hard question. I usually start with the hard ones because the hard ones are usually very easy. It's easier than the easy ones. So I started with core, and it took me about 1 to 2 hours to figure it out, because at the beginning when I look at file core, I find it as one second, file core, I have it as ELF. So I start running it, I start to use GDP, I start to use IDA and all these stuff, and I see fairly few things here and there, but nothing about the flag. So I start looking directly as forensics, because this is part of forensics. We're not looking at reversing. So when we look at forensics, we use different techniques to use forensics. Some forensics use binwalk, some forensics use strings. Maybe you can find a flag in the actual file, but I actually tried using a hex editor like HXD to look for any flags there, but I couldn't spot it like using my eye. So the best way to find this flag, you just need to write strings core. Basically, strings function looks for any strings available in the file. So when we look over here and you just like scroll up, and I started to look all over the place just to look for any hidden keys or anything that could help me with the ELF value, ELF file. But once I scrolled up, I noticed this, which says key. This should be a pretty hard unless you use grep. Well, basically, if we use grep as let's see here, strings core grep flag, we'll not get anything, because basically we understand as the format is flag. But based on the core 2012, we know that in 2012 the flag format is key. So when we try as key, nothing will happen. Well, we will have multiple things, but mostly not about the flag. But if we write the key as flag format, we'll find as that. So what we usually look for is, when we grep, is like this. We grep for the brackets, because usually the flag has this type of brackets. So basically, this is the actual flag. That's all what you need to put in the core. I tried with key and I got as a mistake, but when you put it as this and submit, this is actual flag. 500 points on this. I'm pretty sure when I looked at the website's description, they said that some of the questions are pretty revised, like the values are revised in a way that we shouldn't get like points, like 500 points on a very silly question. I think this question should be revised because it's very easy. It's basically the easiest forensics. And I think back in 2012, maybe people didn't know about strings and people didn't know about grep, although this is like a basic functionality of Linux. So I'm not sure why is it considered 500 points. Maybe it's considered 50 points. Well, that's how you just find a flag for core. I'll be solving from down to up, because it's, as I said before, it's very easy to solve the hardest and solve the challenging, then the easier ones. Even though when I start with the easier ones, I find them harder than the challenging ones. So if you want to have fun solving challenges, always start with the hardest ones, even though it will take you days. As long as you progress through it, you will have a better understanding on forensics. Alright, thank you guys.